If you go driving north of Newcastle, out past the Boeing factory, you see something which goes to the heart of what Howard's industrial relations agenda is all about. You see people standing on the side of the road who've broken no law, who've performed their duties absolutely 100% fair dinkum, who want to go in and negotiate their wages and conditions with one another and with a union, and you see them standing on the side of the road with buckets out looking for charity because Boeing threw them out onto the street. Now, friends, let's be very, very clear about what is going on now in our country. Let's be very, very clear about it. You heard from Greg Combay, you've heard from John Robertson and others, and it's on the money. They want to change Australia. They want to take Australia back 100 years. They want to make Australia a place where fairness and a fair go and the capacity to get in and sit on a level field and negotiate with your employer goes out the window. When I saw this legislation come into the House, I got to tell you, friends, along with other people who were there speaking up for unions, we were shocked at how far it went the other way, how far it went towards the employer. Now, all of Australians, every single Australian, the people who are listening up on these skyscrapers and the people that have walked down the street owe those Australians that went before us, who negotiated for fair conditions, their standard of living now. And the kind of system that Howard has got in mind for us sees those people who have got the least capacity to organise for themselves to begin with. The young people, the kids coming out of school who've got to go and front up to an employer and get an AWA shoved in their face with a take it or leave it. Or those people who are in the low-skilled areas, who English is a second language, they'll be the ones that go. And then it'll be the ones that are on the fringes. And bit by bit, the Australia that we know, an Australia, I've got to say, that I love, an Australia that had a genius. The genius of Australia's arrangements for 100 years, friends, was that we balanced the rights of the employer against the rights of the employee. We balanced those two competing interests, and that balance gave us a degree of prosperity and a degree of peace, and it made for a harmonious community where people could live reasonably in this country, which made us the envy of the world. Now, Howard wants to take that all away. So, as every other speaker that gets up here has said, we will fight for you. I, as a Labor Party politician, commit myself to that fight. I've been onto that picket line, I've been out to the unions, and I'll be there again. And for all of us, whether we're in or out of unions, it is about our community. It is about a way of life, and it is about taking back some control over our country and exercising it in a way which makes sure there is fairness for each and every single person. So stay with it, everybody, and thank you for listening.